Quick disclaimer, my microphone was a bit weird in the footage and I don't want to redo it all, so yeah, enjoy. Hi, welcome. How do I start this? Behind me is a very special thing, namely this adapter, because we're here to talk about vintage lenses. So, I've been using this adapter with two vintage Pentax lenses for the last month. They used to belong to my dad, who apparently was really into photography back in the day, but now I'm here to share the experience of using 40-year-old glass on a modern camera. But why would you use such old lenses in the first place? A big reason is cost. You can get vintage lenses for super cheap, especially on the used market, compared to modern lenses which can cost many times more for the same focal length and aperture values. But what's the actual difference? The first thing you'll notice when you pick up one of these lenses is that it has a focus ring, and that's because these lenses have absolutely no automation. Everything is mechanical, so you'll have to focus manually. This takes a little time to get used to, especially if you're shot with autofocus for your entire life, but the focus picking feature, which is standard on pretty much any camera, makes it much easier. The only situation where this actually cripples the lens is when you need to shoot something quick. This makes it hard to do street photography and even harder to do sports photography. Another situation where autofocus could help a lot is when shooting in the dark. Here is an example of a shot I tried to do 7 times, and I didn't get the focus perfect. Even in this example, which was by far the best one, the problem is that it takes the camera a couple of seconds to catch enough light to display an image, but that makes it very hard to focus because of the delay, especially when the focal length is very long, where the plane of focus gets narrow relative to the distance of the subject. Another drawback with the age is the quality of the glass. The color cast on these lenses is actually surprisingly good. It's not the sharpest lenses ever to be made, because of course they are 40 years old. And it does get pretty bad when an object is in very bright light, but as you can see here, this was taken on a cloudy day, and here there's almost no excess color. It's all pretty sharp. I've been enjoying my time with these lenses immensely, so how has it been using them? Let's start with the AIDS 200mm, which is definitely the lens I've been using the most. This is an amazing lens for landscape photography, where you have time to take it slow and really get a good focus on the subject. The 200mm focal length is really good at compressing the image, so the subject stands out more. I'm using this lens with my Sony a6000, an APS-C camera, so the effective focal length of this combo is 300mm due to the crop factor. I tried capturing some birds, but without the autofocus, it's a little bit hard to get wildlife correctly. I haven't used the 55mm that much, since it's a lens mainly aimed at portraits, but I got out to shoot with it yesterday and it's really not bad as a street photo lens. The hardest part is getting focus in time. As you can see, some of these shots are pretty blurry, but with the aperture wide open at 2.0, this lens allows me to shoot in conditions not possible for my kit lens, like the low light level of my relatively small town. It was super nice to get out and use this lens properly for once. Another benefit of these lenses is that a lot of accessories are super cheap, like this 2x teleconverter that I got for $4. Yes, literally the price of a kebab. I bought it yesterday, so I haven't tested it yet. I want to get some moon photos of it, so I'll see you later with some of my thoughts when using this. Well, those plans are ruined now because it's bloody cloudy outside.